Good morning to the grind. Good morning, man. It is Monday morning, man. The first Monday morning of April. We're in the second quarter of the year, and we get to put the best foot forward toward what we want in our lives. It's an amazing day. As always, He chose us. He chose you. He chose me. We are here. We get another chance today. He blesses us with another chance. It's the Morning Grind Grindology101 Podcast. Positivity, encouragement, motivation, inspiration. Today is another day that you get a chance to get up and get it. And today we are talking about, man, listen, you gotta have a plan of action. You gotta have a plan of action. Talk about that plan of action today. Just as this weekend was my anniversary and 6-year anniversary with my amazing wife. We got a chance to enjoy each other, reference, look at things we've been through, things where we are, where we want to go, and create that blueprint of a plan to continue to get to where we want to be in our lives and what we want to do with our lives and live the lives that we have. A lot of times we could be alive but not living. I love the fact that we're living this life. We get a chance to put the mindset in to say, you know what, man, let's do the best. Let's put the best. Let's give the best of ourselves. And the only thing that returns is the best that's available. Got to put in that work, or a plan of action. So you want something in your life. When do you want it? What is it? Have you written it down? Baby, in the word again, right? But write it down, make it clear. Write the plan and make it plain. Write the plan and make it plain. Somebody knows the reference in the Bible. You can absolutely share that. And let's get right on into it. Today is we talk about that plan of action. You can't just be out there willy-nilly, wondering if it's going to happen, think it's going to happen, pray it's going to happen, wish it to happen, hope it to happen, without making it happen and knowing what you're attempting to make happen. I don't say that you got to know everything about the deal, but you have to know where you want to go. So you got to have some kind of, this is where I want to be, and this is what it's going to take for me to get there. And I think that it's going to be important that we have coaches, mentors, people in our lives that sow seeds that we may not have known ourselves, because we may not have been or experienced something. But guess what? You take that plan and you put the action to it. What else can happen? What else can happen besides what we want to happen? Anything that I've ever known. It's just been the work. So let's talk about a plan of action today on the Morning Grind Grindology101. I'm your guy, Kijana Owens. Today is another day that we get a chance to. We get a chance. You don't have to. You get to. And if you think about getting to, what cost, what price, what plan of action do you have towards getting there? So let's talk about it today again. The Grindology101 Podcast. I'm your guy, Kijana Owens. We're talking about greatness today. Stand by.
This is why I don't think that we should be together. And I've thought about it a lot, and this is what's going to happen. Okay, I'm going to keep pursuing what I'm pursuing. And because I'm doing that, it's going to take up more and more of my time, and I'm not going to be able to spend as much time with you. And even when I do spend time with you, I'm going to be thinking about drumming. And I'm going to be thinking about jazz music and my charts and all that. And because of that, you're going to start to resent me. And you're going to tell me to ease up on the drumming, spend more time with you because you're not feeling important. And I'm not going to be able to do that. And really, I'm just going to start to resent you for even asking me to stop drumming. And we're just going to start to hate each other. And it's going to be ugly. And so for those reasons, I'd rather just, break it off clean. Because I want to be great.
Greatness. It's just something we made up. Somehow we've come to believe that greatness is a gift, reserved for a chosen few, for prodigies, for superstars, and the rest of us can only stand by watching. You can forget that. Greatness is not some rare DNA strand. It's not some precious thing. Greatness is no more unique to us than breathing. We're all capable of it. All of us.
To take that first step towards greatness is very hard. The hardest step of everything is that first step, right?
Yeah.
That first step towards greatness is hard.
Yeah.
But what's a lot harder is when time expires in life. You look back on your life knowing you could have been great. That's something you can't control anymore because time's run out. But if you don't believe you can do it, don't even start the journey. It's too hard. It's a winnable, easy war. But if you don't believe it, then don't do it.
If you're trying to do something meaningful, if you don't have the mindset that you're the best ever, you failed already. And that's been my mindset since I can remember. That will be my mindset as long as I can remember anything, that I am the best ever at what I do. And every day that I step on the basketball floor, I will strive to be that. My mindset will always be as such, as I am the best to do what I do. And that'll give me a shot at being the best. But before you can ever reach anything, you have to believe it. You don't just mistakenly become great at something. You probably at one time or another believe that you can be great at that. And then you work to get great at that, and you reach that greatness. But you don't mistakenly become great.
People don't realize what you got to give up to become great. What sacrifices you got to make to become great. What promises you got to get to yourself to become great. Greatness in thought process. Greatness in lifestyle. It's what you live. It's what you breathe.
Did you see that man playing the drums, hands bleed, nobody in the room, nobody's watching, nobody's looking, nobody knows. He told his girlfriend that, man, I got to focus on what I have to focus on, and you're going to resent me for focusing on what I need to focus on to get to do what I want to do with my life. Now, that's a commitment, and you got to be clear with it. People not going to like you. People are not going to believe you. People, especially where we come from, most of the time, we don't come from a place of success. So when we telling somebody that we are focused towards achieving some seemingly insurmountable odds to success, I mean, amazing. I'm talking about some 7-8 figure, let's talk financial success, whatever the grind is, but let's use finances. They look for you to pull that Bentley up in the back, in the front of the house real quick. You signed up. You ought to be having a Bentley, but how come they don't? They've been doing the same thing for 30, 40 years. Here you come with an idea or a concept that says, man, we could condense the time frame, but I'm going to have to practice. I'm going to have to pay attention. I'm going to have to lose some friends. I may lose some family members, man. I may lose a time with the things that are important, so that I can get the time to do the things that are important, which means that I'm going to sacrifice today so that I can live the way I want to live tomorrow. As it is, grindology. That's what the young man said. He said, look, it's going to be great. You're going to resent me because I'm going to pay attention to what I want to do with my life. I'm going to be practicing when nobody's looking. I'm going to be doing the work that I know I'm going to need to do when I'm called upon to do the work that they want to pay me for. I want to let that resonate with some people. When you do the work when nobody's looking, you'll be prepared to do the work when people want to pay you for. So let's use that for example. You're a seamstress. You don't practice on your threading. You don't practice on until you get a contract. Now, all of a sudden that contract comes, right? But you haven't practiced. So your seams aren't as tight. Your thread, you don't have the thread ready. You don't have the right needles. You don't have the right tools, right? But you've been having an attitude that somebody needs to pay you to do something that you do, but you don't even know how to do it anymore because you haven't been practicing. You haven't been committed. You haven't been focused. So when it comes time to get into the game, you got cramps. Think about it. You can use it in any analogy, any metaphor you want to. Team sports. You haven't been playing in the game. You've been on the deep bench for the last season. The coach never calls your number, but here it is. Star player gets a ankle sprain, and they look down at the end of the bench, and they call your name. But since you haven't been practicing, because they haven't paid you to play, you don't know how to play anymore. You can't hit a shot. Brick, right? That's what happens. That's what happens for the donut shop. That's what happens for the bakery. That's what happens for the lawn and garden company. You haven't started your lawnmower in over 2-3 months because you haven't had the contract. Here comes the spring. You got all these contracts coming. Man, your lawnmower doesn't start. Man, if you don't do the work when nobody's looking, when they call you to do the work when everybody's looking, you won't be able to perform. You will not be able to perform. So you have to have a plan of action. And that plan of action is going to take some discipline when nobody's looking. It's going to take some dedication when nobody cares. It's going to take some personal development to understand the maturity of, I call it intellectual maturity, intellectual, your properties in your mind that says, you know what, I know, but I know what I don't know. And I'm going to apply that effort to get to where I want to get to. I don't want to get real deep in Southern class Iola out there on the grind early in the morning, just like this young man right here, Mr. Neosha Moores, out there delivering that mail, rain, sleet, snow. But I have subscribed to say, you know what? I could change my life to a degree that my life means something to somebody that's not even here yet, meaning living a legacy. I thank y'all on the grind this morning, man. Let's keep it going, man. I believe that if you wake up and you start momentum early in the day, you capture it. You get that tea, you get that coffee, you get that exercise, you put that prayer in, you give the atmosphere that, hey, I'm here and I'm ready to win today. And I'm going to win today, and everybody else better get out of my way. They're going to say no. They're going to say you're crazy. They're going to say it don't work. Why are you still doing that? Why did you do that? I told you not to do it. But listen to the people that are, look at the people that are feeding you information about what you can't do. And ask yourself, what are they doing? Think about that. We'll be back on the other side. Stand by.
Who sandwich from your plate, gotta get up now, I gotta get the highway. So I get in the car and I get out the drive. Now I'm riding down the street cause I'm headed to your way. Cause it's the best sandwich I ever tasted in this world. I'm gonna tell everybody about it, every boy and girl. That's what's up. I'm going to your way, wanna bring it my way, wanna do it every day. That's what the people say. Your way, your way. Come and get it, gotta get it your way. Your way, your way. Come and get it, gotta get it your way. Your way, your way. Come and get it, gotta get it your way. Your way, your way. Come and get it, gotta get it your way.
Hi, my name is Kijano Owens. I am co-founder of Success Express Marketing Solutions. Our business is cultivating more business for your business. I want to tell you real quick about our program that is one of the most comprehensive business development online marketing support programs out there, which is the VASP, VASP, Virtual Assistant Support Program. This system allows you to operate and run your business while we help monitor and help you cultivate more business for your business online. Contact us at 909-686-1698 and visit us online at successexpressmarketing.com. Look forward to helping you take your business to the next level. Man, I want one of those Your Way sandwiches, right? Man, Gardena, California, my main man, Dave Cathcart down there, the best sandwiches in the world, best sandwich I've ever had. Love it. Gardena, California, right down there on Vernon. Go down there and get one, man. Tell him I sent you. Listen, if you aspire to be or do anything with your life, man, you get a chance to put the best foot forward or you get a chance not to. Denzel Washington said that ease is more of a distraction from success. And don't quote me, but ease is more a distraction for success than hardship. It's comfort that gets you where you're stuck. It's comfort where you say, well, you know, I'm good, I'm okay. And, you know, I've done, but well, I'm selfish. If you think about it, let's take it to a mature standpoint. We got family, we got children. If I was to say that I'm good, that would mean that I'm through with making it good for the next. What about are my children good? Are my children's children going to be good? Or what about their children? What about we step into the gap and we change some of the legacies that we may have experienced? Maybe we came into life in debt. Maybe we didn't have those great opportunities in life to, you know, connect and go to college or whatever the case is life may have taken us to. But how about putting it in a better situation for the next? How about doing some work that maybe not about you, but through you? T.D. Jakes said, it's not what you leave to your kids, it's what you leave in your kids. Are we putting sowing those seeds of dedication, commitment, being the best person that we could be? And if you got a plan to do anything like that, you're going to have a plan of action and put it to work. And that's going to take that commitment. And that's why I like the young man that was drumming those drums. You know, my grandfather was a drummer. I remember him beating on the drum, pillows in the what we call wood shedding in his room by himself for hours sometimes, just meditating on honing his skills. So when they called him to play, he was prepared. Are you preparing yourself for what you say you want? Are you preparing yourself for, you know, I want to live a certain life. It's going to take for me to be a certain person to live this certain life. Are you preparing yourself? Can you get up a little bit earlier for yourself than you may have before? Try 15 minutes earlier each morning till you get to a point where, you know, I could get an hour on me before I go give them 8 to 10 hours on them. And then I want you to get this in your head. If you work at 9 to 5, it's just a basic premise, 9 to 5, the work that we do. Got to take care of the family. That's 9 to 5. Well, what do you do from 5 to 9 to set yourself free from the 9 to 5? What if you put in the effort and connect you with the right kind of platform that says, you know what, I can work myself off of work and I can call in one day and call my boss and tell him I'm calling in well. I call him General Orlando Moore said, call in well means well, no, I'm well, but I won't be in anymore. It's that kind of day. That's the life, man. And that's what we strive for, man. Own our own scenario, man. Create your own life. Create your own vehicle, man. Get into a pool of water of success that says, man, you could be and do anything, and then apply the work that it takes. And as I always say, apply the level of the work that you do to match the level of the faith that you have. Again, I gotta show it. This young man right here just amazing on the drums. Check the first part of it out when he tells his girlfriend how focused he must be. Think about telling your family, for a minute, I'm going to college. I'm going to have to study. I'm going to have to take extra credit. I want to condense the time frame, so it's a 4-year plan, and I want to do it in 2. So I probably won't have a lot of time to go to the parties. I probably won't have a lot of time to do this or do that, man. But when I finish, see, production says that it's a goal, it's a plan to an end, to some sort of step. At the end of this, man, I'll be ready to be the man that you deserve, the son that you deserve, the father that my family needs and deserves, the king that this world needs and deserves, and I'm going to do the work to do it. You got to tell the world, and then you got to do it. And here's an example of that. Nothing at all works but the work. Stand by.
This is why I don't think that we should be together. And I've thought about it a lot, and this is what's going to happen. Okay, I'm going to keep pursuing what I'm pursuing. And because I'm doing that, it's going to take up more and more of my time, and I'm not going to be able to spend as much time with you. And even when I do spend time with you, I'm going to be thinking about drumming. And I'm going to be thinking about jazz music and my charts and all that. And because of that, you're going to start to resent me. And you're going to tell me to ease up on the drumming, spend more time with you because you're not feeling important. And I'm not going to be able to do that. And really, I'm just going to start to resent you for even asking me to stop drumming. And we're just going to start to hate each other. And it's going to get it's going to be ugly. And so for those reasons, I'd rather just, break it off clean. Because I want to be great.
Greatness. It's just something we made up. Somehow we've come to believe that greatness is a gift, reserved for a chosen few, for prodigies, for superstars, and the rest of us can only stand by watching. You can forget that. Greatness is not some rare DNA strand. It's not some precious thing. Greatness is no more unique to us than breathing. We're all capable of it. All of us.
To take that first step towards greatness is very hard. That's the hardest step of everything. Is that first step, right?
Yeah.
That first step towards greatness is hard.
Yeah.
But what's a lot harder is when time expires in life. You look back on your life knowing you could have been great. That's something you can't control anymore because time's run out. But if you don't believe you can do it, don't even start the journey. It's too hard. It's a winnable, easy war. But if you don't believe it, then don't do it.
If you're trying to do something meaningful, if you don't have the mindset that you're the best ever, you failed already. And that's been my mindset since I can remember. That will be my mindset as long as I can remember anything. That I am the best ever at what I do. And every day that I step on the basketball floor, I will strive to be that. But my mindset will always be as such as I am the best to do what I do. And that'll give me a shot at being the best. But before you can ever reach anything, you have to believe it. You don't just mistakenly become great at something. You probably at one time or another believe that you can be great at that. And then you work to get great at that, and you reach that greatness. But you don't mistakenly become great.
People don't realize what you got to give up to become what sacrifices you got to make to become great. What promises you got to make to yourself to become great. Greatness in the thought process. Greatness in lifestyle. It's what you live. It's what you breathe.
Those boys back there behind in the Success Express podcast studios are amazing. Absolutely honored to be on the podcast station here with the Grindology101 Podcast, and I hope that we make it a difference in somebody's day to day. You know, each day getting better, each day taking another step, each day taking another swing. Yesterday didn't work. This weekend was terrible. Yesterday they fired you. The car didn't start. Man, there's so much stuff out there. But we get to say, you know what? Man, I'm right back at them. I am right back at them. And if you have that attitude, what can someone say? See, at first they're going to ask you, why are you doing it? Why are you doing that? And now here's why. Your why has got to be so powerful that doesn't matter to you. That somebody says you're crazy, it's stupid, it won't work. That's what most times they'll say. Oh, I tried that, or I know somebody that did that. And when they say I tried that, or I know somebody that did that, they're going to tell you immediately, almost 99% of the time, a story of failure. Why would you buy a story of failure? Why would you buy somebody's story of failure and they aren't even attempting to get back up? Buy a story of success and follow that. Man, if I could get that across to some people, it'll change the way you look at people. It'll change the way you look at life. It'll change the filter of what you hear and what you listen to. I don't spend time on situations. I spend time on solutions. I spend time on being able to put myself and my family where I want to be, and not time on the distractions or where I may not want to be. Some things like some mail, right? One of these red bills we get. We've all been through stuff, man. We're all going through stuff. The world is going through stuff. But guess what? I'm going to use this moment right now to say that we also get to, that we don't have to, we get to. We get to wake up in the morning and say, thank you, Lord. Thank you. And you can just go from there. How about just being grateful? And the rest of it will follow suit. So as I get ready to get out of here this morning, I thank the major support out there, our partners in success, friends and family that catch the podcast each and every morning, up on the grind, ready to win, sold in, signed in. Not just signed up, but signed in. You signed up to the project. You signed up for the team. You signed up for the league. You signed up for the book club. You signed up. You always sign up, man. But do you sign in? They said the sign in is where it happens at. When you signed up for the class, you had to go to school, right? You had to take the class. So you had to sign in to the class. But if you didn't sign into the class, guess what that kind of mentality does? They tell you that it doesn't work. They never signed in. Ask the next person that tells you there's something that you're doing won't work. Ask them, what are they doing? Now, that's nice. That's good. Whatever it is. But I like to hear that you have a goal or a vehicle to replace my 7 to 8 figure run toward where I want to be in my life and my family. And I've never done that, and you haven't either. But if you could show me what you have, then we can talk about what doesn't work. And mostly it's them. Get around people that do the work, because nothing that works but the work. It's the Morning Grind Grindology101 Podcast. And if you want to be on the podcast, we want to get you on it. You got a story, you have a vision, you have a concept, you have a business, you want to promote it, we want to help you. It's all about putting the word out about what people are doing out there to make a difference. So we want to help you do that. This is the Grindology101 Podcast. I'm your guy, John Owens, every morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, on the grind, Monday through Friday, man. Commitment, dedication, focus, and most definitely grind makes it happen. I'll see you on the other side of the grind. Have an amazing day. Do it on purpose. Get up and win.